Okay guys, in this particular set of pictures we are working on a new set of vocab, and so to take a look at what we're doing here, let's start right here. Wir haben hier ein Verb, and we have several different options for our verb here. We can say Sabine sieht das Dirndl. Or we could say ein Dirndl. Now the difference, she sees the Dirndl or she sees a Dirndl. Either one works, just need to know which one you're talking about. So Sabine sieht ein Dirndl, or we could say Sabine schaut ein Dirndl an. She looks at a Dirndl. We can also say sie findet, or any number of other things. So this one is sie sieht ein Dirndl. Okay, für dieses Bild hier haben wir, das hier sind Strumpfhosen. So Sabine probiert die Strumpfhosen an. Now notice, this probiert always has to have this an here am Ende. Probiert means tries, an means on. So sie probiert die Strumpfhose an. So, and you could work that with anything else. Sie probiert die Schuhe an, sie probiert das Kleid mit Strumpfhose an, und so weiter. So there are lots of options here. Dann hier. In your Notizen, you probably put die Handschuhe. Some of you may have only put Handschuhe. You should always add your der, die, or das. That helps you learn them and get a little bit more acquainted with them. Die Handschuhe. But anytime we do Notizen, I would really like for you to add some sort of action to any object. So for these Handschuhe, you could say, you have lots of options. Sabine findet die Handschuhe, Sabine sucht die Handschuhe, Sabine liebt die Handschuhe, or you could go with one of our newer vocabularies, Sabine probiert die Handschuhe an. So any of those would be appropriate. Use a verb that you like. Liebt, sucht, findet, probiert. Just use one that makes sense. It wouldn't make sense to say Sabine wirft die Handschuhe. She's not going to throw them. So, sehr gut. Und dann hier. Gentlemen, this frame right here is for you. Sabine is doing most of the talking, but Sabine is asking a question here. And she's asking what is potentially the most dangerous question a man can ever be asked. She is asking, does this dress look good on me? And when we do that, we need the vocabulary steht mir. Steht mir. Steht means looks, and mir means on me. So obviously we're going to need the word gut. We're going to put gut am Ende. And for a question, we're going to put the object here. Steht mir das Kleid gut? We are asking with this, does the dress look good on me? Now, this is not English auf Deutsch, so it doesn't go word for word. Literally, how it translates, we're saying, looks on me the dress good? And that is perfectly good auf Deutsch. Steht mir das Kleid gut? Now, Michael ist nicht dumm. So automatisch, Michael sagt, oh ja. And then he wants to respond with, that dress looks good on you, or that dress looks great on you. take a minute before I put the notes on there and see if you can figure out how Michael would say, the dress looks good on you. So for Michael's answer, we would say, oh ja, das Kleid steht gut. Now right now we've got, oh yes, the dress looks good. But we always need to say on you. Auf Deutsch you just have to have that. So it's got to be, das Kleid steht dir gut. And if Michael wants to be a really good guy, steht dir sehr gut. Now, gentlemen, an equally dangerous question is not does the dress look good on me, but in fact, does the dress fit me? And same thing, this is not English and auf Deutsch, so we can change our option here. Instead of saying steht mir das Kleid gut, we can say, instead of steht, we can say passt mir das Kleid gut. And again, literally translated, it would say, fits me the dress well? And that's perfectly good auf Deutsch. Nicht auf Englisch, aber auf Deutsch, passt mir das Kleid gut? That works very well. And so if Michael wants to say, oh yeah, that dress fits you great, because he is a smart guy, and that's what you gotta say, ja, das Kleid passt dir sehr gut. The dress fits on you very well. So, there's that. Now here is where Sabina is getting kind of annoying. And when somebody gets annoying, the other person gets frustrated. Take a second and remind yourself how to say gets frustrated or becomes frustrated. Jot it down on your notizen. Hopefully you remember that we need to say Michael wird frustriert. That's an RT at the end. Michael wird frustriert. Well, why? Because Sabina is asking this one question. And generally speaking, this is not a fun experience for him. So, we've got these Strumpfhose here. Sabina's talking about some Strumpfhose. We've got this X through them. So the question she wants to ask is, does the dress look better on me without pantyhose? Now we know how to say, does the dress look good on me? Steht mir das Kleid gut? But we want to say, does the dress look better on me? So see if you can figure out how to do that. Jot it down. We are looking for steht mir das Kleid besser? Now notice we've got steht mir das Kleid besser. Looks on me the dress better. Now we just need without pantyhose. And the word without, I believe we've talked about this in class, is ohne. Ohne means without. Strumpfhose. Steht mir das Kleid besser ohne Strumpfhose? Looks on me the dress better without pantyhose? Und dann, Michael wird frustriert. And notice we got a picture of his mama here. He's supposed to be shopping for his mom. Sabina tells him that she has an idea, and then Sabina proceeds to shop for herself. So Michael wird frustriert. He gets really frustrated. And the normal question you would ask, hey, what about my mom? In your notiz, and you have the comment for this. So we've got, the way we ask what about my mom is Was ist mit meiner Mutter? So this was ist mit, it's not English auf Deutsch. In English it translates to what is with, but really what it means is what about. So if you were at home and maybe you're hanging out with your friends and you guys are trying to decide what you want to go eat. So somebody throws out the idea of pizza. How would you ask? Hey, what about pizza? That would be, was ist mit Pizza? And somebody else says, nah, what about hamburgers? Was ist mit Hamburger? Somebody else says, nah, what about Chick-fil-A? Was ist mit Chick-fil-A? And then somebody else tosses out the idea of Chinese. Was ist mit Chinesisch? So you can use this was ist mit anytime you're trying to say, well, what about this? Or what about that? So, ich hoffe, ihr versteht alles. I hope you guys understand everything. Make sure you pay attention to your E-Day assignments. So, I will see you guys am Freitag. Tschüss.